Rodimusbill here. The following review is going to be on Earthrise Deluxe Arcee. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to take a look at Arcee. Now, she is from the Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy, and if you look at the package, it says Transformers Generations Takara Tomy, Arcee. Now on the side, it is Deluxe class. You got her in robot and car mode. On the other side is the Earthrise poster. And then on the back, it's WFC-E17. You got robot to car in 15 steps. Now let's get the scowl out of the package and see what we've got. And now we have Arcee out of the package. First, we're going to take a look at the map. It comes with a map and a red decoder. And what you want to do is once you collect all the maps, you put them together and they form the Transformers universe. And here we have the planet of Junkion and Dominus. So Dominus and Junkion, and that's about it. Now, for the directions, here are the directions. Basic, let's see, Transformers, they're like teal and black. And then it has, first it has gun storage, robot mode, and her with the gun on her hand. But then it has how you pull it, take the backpack off and transform the backpack into the sleigh. And then you got the backpack on again. When you transform her from robot to car, you can keep the back on. And then there's how it tells you there. And it's actually missing weapon storage up here, but we'll show you that later. And this is her gun. It is a little white gun. Looks like a typical Earth gun. You can see it, and it's got a little tab there. So what you want to do is, right in the back of her butt, she's got a slot, and you just stick, come on, and then you can put the gun right there. And now she's got a gun up her butt. Alright, and then you can put the gun in her hand. And also, this is a 5mm, not a port, but it's a 5mm size. So if you want, she can handle all the Battle Masters. This is Traxodon, and that's her gun. And that is Arcee. Now, to take her back off, what you want to do is, you want to unpeg it from right here. There's a peg there and a peg here, and then slide it down, because this is the track right there. Those two you're going to put right in these tracks, and that is how you take the backpack off. Now, transform the backpack to the sled. What you want to do is you could rotate this around, and this does pull out, and just set it back in. Let's see. These, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be out or not, but the instructions tell you to fold these in, even though it's easier in robot mode if these are folded in. And then what you want to do is these will fold back. Now, even though they fold in, they also fold out. So it feels like you're going to break it. But they do fold back. And that is how this is. And there's your sled. Now the sled is blast effect compatible. So you got those two guys right there. And they're also blast compatible on the back right there. And what you want to do is, she's got two holes in her feet. So we're going to put, let's see, 1 foot in there. And then you're going to have to do a lot of rearranging. I'll hold that down, and then you could twist her body. And I like to do the other foot like, whoops, like that. Oh, and then she slipped out again. Let's see. Alright. Let's get her in a pose where she's flying. There. And then you put her gun there. And then we'll have the blast effects on her sleigh. And there she is. There she is flying, kind of like Daniel in Hot Rod at the beginning of the movie. Yep, and that's about it. There's the sleigh right there. You got her on it. And that's how she rides her sleigh. And then you can take her back off. And there is Arcee. Now, take a look at her closely. She does have a white face with blue eyes. I know some reviewers out there are putting lipstick on her. She's got the red Autobot symbol on her robotic bust. She's a female Autobot. Now this is a different shade of pink right there than the rest of her. And that's the only shade of gray. That and the seats. And then she's got pink, white, pink, white, pink and white, white, pink, white, pink. That's all she is. I guess back then pink was for girls. And then as you saw later on in Transformers, Arachnia, they kind of got out of this color scheme and went other colors. And backpack, not too bad with this off. Now, I don't think I showed you the backpack with it on. So we'll just quickly put this on. Again, this pops out. And this rotates. So what you want to do is let's stick that right here. We're going to put her backpack on. If I can figure out how to do this again. There. And then rotate. And then the pegs right there. You got this peg in this hole. And you just peg her in. There, and there she is with her backpack. So, if you want the full 360, there she is. Humongous backpack. Humongous backpack. And this little rubber thing, the hard plastic actually does pop off, and you can put it back on. And now let's take this off. So you unplug it, and then just pull this down. And then now let's do articulation. So, the head does do 360. I don't think it's on a ball joint because it really doesn't go up. Arms will do a complete 360 if this wasn't in the way. She's got more than 90 at her elbow bend. And her hands will do pivot back and forth. Let's see, and she's got the full range of motion. Again, full range of motion, bicep swivel. More than 90 in the arm. The waist, 360, even though you don't need it for transformation. Now these legs, she can't go completely straight out. She does at an angle. Back will only do that much. And the knees are a double bend. You got 2 joints on the knees, which is pretty cool. And you got a rocker joint on the feet. Again. And then she's got a thigh swivel, which is used for transformation. And that is Arcee. Now I'm not going to keep the big backpack on her. I'll probably keep her like this. And maybe store her like this. Alright, now that we got this, let's put this to the side and do some robot-to-robot comparison. And for our robot-to-robot comparisons, we're going to stick with the 86 movie. First, we'll bring in Hot Rod. Now this is Titan Returns Deluxe Hot Rod. He's a little bigger than her. Then we're going to bring in Cup. Now, I can't wait till I get the Studio Series movie figures. That's going to be neat. We're going to bring in Springer. Now, Spring is a Voyager, so he towers over her. And we're going to bring in Perceptor was in the movie, even though I don't think Perceptor and Arcee ever had a conversation. Now, this is going to be a little too big. That's Combiner Wars Leader Ultra Magnus. That's the only Ultra Magnus I got right now. And then here is Little Wheelie. So, let's bring in all the movie 86 characters and get one group shot. And I can't wait to do this with the... we'll throw Perceptor in there. And then that. And that is the 86 characters. So I finally got Arcee. And that is it for the robot-to-robot. Now, to transform her into car mode, what we're going to do is we got to move this this back into her backpack. So let's put this on her. You slide these in first. Let's see, we'll put this in there. Now we'll slide this up and everything will peg in properly. Okay, so this is how the directions say to do it. So there's our RC. Directions have you lowering this whole piece like that. Alright, and then you let that there for a minute. And then what you want to do is fold this out and then fold this piece back. Fold this out, fold this piece back. This piece, actually, this white piece actually goes up and down and it rotates. So now you got the top of the car right there. And this you could rotate like that. And then what we're going to do here is you got to just pivot enough where you could pull these sides of the car out. There, that's out. And other side is out. And then the top of the car is out. And you can turn her head around. And then you can move all this forward. Now, it's got you putting your arms to her back. And then let's take care of this. Now we're going to put all this together. I'm going to push it in. Whoops. There. So that's pushed in. That's pushed in. That's, oops, we forgot this section. There. So now that she's a car with legs. Okay, so now let's put her hands back. Now this is the fun part. What you're going to do with the legs is you got to rotate them at the thigh right here. Like that. Because you want to do is you want to fold the legs in and they're going to sneak up like that. So let's just fix this leg. Now this leg, you're going to rotate. So as you rotate it, it's easier just to do this and then rotate at that swivel till you get her arm in, her leg in, I mean. And then what you want to do, I guess it just goes right behind these two. And you just got to play around with this. There, that leg's down. And this leg, oh, something with the knee. There you go. I had to shift it down because the knee shifts up. So shift the knee down. And then this will slide under like that. So that's properly. And let's see, that's properly done. And is she done? I believe she is done. Yeah, like I said, these legs are the hardest part of her to get straightened out. And this one piece on this side of mine doesn't like to hold together. Because if you look in the instruction booklet, that's how it says. Flip the feet up and move them down. So, that's about as good as you're going to get. Like I said, once you got her in this mode, then you can just play around with it. Lock everything in. Whoops. There. Front, front. I don't know why mine doesn't lock in right here. There you go. There's one side. There's the other side. And that is RC. And if you want, you could put her gun right here for storage. And this is it. Basically, it's a parts former. There she is underneath her car. And is that all level? Probably not. But these feet are not the easiest part of the transformation. Just trying to get this right is the hard part. But when you do, let's see. She rolls. I guess she rolls pretty good. And let's look at the car. She's got the Autobot symbol. She's got the white. She's mostly pink. You can see the two gray seats. It's even got a little steering wheel and a, there we go, a little steering wheel and a dashboard. She got the spoiler right here, and you can only see the bottom of the wheels. There's one wheel. They're just see-through wheels. Same plastic. And the front, she's got headlights, I guess. She's got a grill. Yeah, she's got two headlights, a grill. There's some detailing up here by the Autobot symbol. And you can see how she all comes together. Back of the car, it's not that bad. But can we put these here? Yes, we can put blast effects. So we're going to have, she's going to be a rocket car. We'll do this one. There you go. So now she's a rocket car. And like I said before, you can put these here, you can put these here. That's all blast effects from the Battle Masters, and that is it for her car mode. So this pops off easy, not big deal if you do, and you just put it back. And there she is. Now let's do some vehicle to vehicles. Now, before we go to some vehicle to vehicle comparisons, let's talk about gun placement mode or gun storage. I showed you before how you can keep the guns there, but the directions don't tell you this, but if you look on the bottom of the car, there's a slot right there on that one side, which if you place the handle of the gun in, it snaps in and it's storage. And look, it stays pretty tight in there. And the instructions don't say that though, but that is good for, that is where you can keep the gun in vehicle mode if you don't want to stick it on the side. Now let's do some vehicles. And our first vehicle is going to be Hot Rod. So now we got Arcee and Hot Rod, and she's not bad with sizing. And then Cup, again, deluxe to deluxe. Springer, the Voyager. Now obviously he's going to be bigger, but he's a Voyager size. But, and then Wheelie, Legends class. He's a tiny little car. And now Ultra Magnus. Now this is a liter size, but comparison or scale wise, I like these. This does good, and you can fit Arcee on the back of the truck, and then she can even fit inside. Now I know they haven't redone Ultra Magnus in his Earth vehicle mode lately. The Siege was a Cybertronian mode. But that is how these two guys compare. Now this scale works, but in robot mode they don't. Now Perceptor I'm not going to transform, and Blur I have, but he's broken and I lost him. So that is all vehicle to vehicle. Now to get her back, with just keeping the back on, okay, you want to fold out the legs, and then you want to straighten them out. You just gotta squeeze them, or not squeeze, you gotta hold it, straighten the legs out. And then what you want to do is bring her arms forward. There's one arm. Now I guess this back, we can move it up. And as you move this up, see it already slipped out. And then once you get this out like this, and then take the white and push it up, and then you can rotate this now. And while we're doing that, push this piece in, push the other side in, push this down, hold her and shift this whole area down, turn her head. Now you got Arcee with the backpack, and we're just going to push these in. And again, this peg is going to go in this hole, and that one's in, and that one's in, and now you've got Arcee back. And does she stand? Yes, she's very back heavy, but there she is. And the instructions actually tell you to unpeg it and just pull it straight down. And so again, and that's her. Let's make this the little There. I'm afraid I'm going to break this because you got to push him back so far. Let's make this the sleigh again. And this piece, always make sure that this piece slots in. But it does pop up to rotate. There. See? And then when you're done rotating, you put there. And that is our sleigh. With these out, these folded in, these forward. And that's what you got. And that's Arcee again. Now, this is my first Arcee. I never got the Titans Return blur colored Arcee or the Generations Arcee, but this is my first Arcee figure. And I kind of like it. I mean, is it cartoon accurate? By the front is. This might be a little back. But these Earthrise figures are getting nicer and nicer, and I'm glad they did an Arcee. Even with this, I don't know why they do that. They did this with Cliff Jumper. They did it with the Ironhide Earth mode. I mean, even Cliff Jumper is a small car, yet you can't find anything to do with the back of the car. But, let's see. And there's her gun. And this is, now, she's got an open hand, but it is a 5mm. So, you can have her grab, like this is Traxodon. Oh, let's see if you can have her grab. There you go. You can have her grab Traxodon. So she is compatible with the Battle Masters and stuff. But all in all, I like her. I mean, I could, if I ever put her in my display case, I'll probably just put this on the back of her, just for room's sake. But if you want to, I don't know if we can keep these here. No, I guess you should pull these out when you fold it up. Yeah, this is the thing though. They go in and there's a little spring. And it feels like you're going to break it when you put them out, but that's how they're supposed to be. And then, oops, there's that thing falls off again. Now, they have it like this. There, I guess you could, if you want to do it the proper way, you can bend this like this. And then you can slide it here and here. Not really sure how you... It winds up going in. There. And then you could, while you're here, at this point, make sure that's out, and then you could rotate it. And then I would push it back down again. Hold the... I guess you would have to fold these in. Fold these out. And then peg them in again. Right there and there. And that is how she wears her big backpack. I know, not the greatest, but it is what it is. Alright, and that's about it for the review of Arcee. So, like and subscribe to my channel. Check out my other playlist. This is part of the Earthrise line, even though I compared it with her 86 movie counterparts. I've got reviews on Springer. I don't know if I've done Titans Returns reviews on all of them yet, but I guess that's it. So like, subscribe, check out the channel, and that's about it. So as always, as Rodimus Prime once says, till all are one, till all are one. See ya.